Here at the headquarters of the Asia Online Publishing Group, where I'm with Andrew Martin, Group Publisher of AOPG, and we've got some exciting news for you. Big Community, as you know, has been around for some time, but we will now be rebranded as Disruptive Tech Asean. And to tell us more about this is Mr. Andrew Martin.
Hi, thank you. So, so it is exciting news. We are going to be launching in about hopefully 48 hours time from now, so we're Monday afternoon right now. We've obviously had bigcommunity.net for a long time, but yeah, we're going to be launching now with a new title, Disruptive Tech Asean, but it's actually taking over from Big Community. So what we're going to have is Big Community will be redirected to the new URL, and people that have been subscribing to and looking at the news on Big Community will now start to see things on DTA, as we're calling it.
All right. So why the sudden change into DTA right now?
Yeah, so you know, we had Big Community even before you joined us, right? So it came in close to 4 years ago. And at the time, big data was still quite a mystery for a lot of people, including a lot of people that were in data analytics but hadn't got into big data. So at that point, there was a definite need to galvanize the ecosystem, to have a platform that educated and informed about big data. But over the years, I think two things has happened. One is that this galvanizing the community, that's not really what we do as a publisher. There are other groups out there like Big Data Malaysia. Right. They do a great job of that. So we think we can let them get on with that now and support them. The other thing is, in terms of the tech that I would call data-driven tech, big data has become just one of a bunch of things that people are interested in, and we know that we need to inform and educate and keep people abreast of a lot more technologies than just big data. So hence, Disruptive Tech ASEAN gives us a scope to do that.
All right. So having said that, what about the community who are still interested in this big data in news?
Like the data scientists those, yeah. So we still feel they're an important part of our subscriber base. So, but as I mentioned to you, you know, the community building, the meetups that they have, they don't need us for that anymore. There's great groups out there doing it. But the information that we've been given them, making sure that we keep abreast of all the press releases that are coming out from data analytics and big data companies, that's still going to be there. And we're still going to be giving that. And we hope that we remain a really good source of news for the data science community. But in addition to stuff on purely big data and AI, we're also going to give them information on other things like maybe drones and IoT and those kind of things as well.
Moving from there, other news you were saying. So, who are you aiming at when you talk about other news? What other tech news are we looking at?
Yeah, so I think it's an important point, and it's a good question, because obviously we need to know who we're trying to talk to. So, you know, you mentioned the data science community. I feel that we're still relevant for that community, and we hope that the content that we put out every single day will still be highly interesting to that group, because it's still going to cover analytics, it's still going to cover big data, but it's going to cover a range of other subjects that are related to that, like AI and machine learning. However, what we're trying to do is, we may not go really deep. So for the hands-on thing that people want tips on how to program in R and this kind of stuff, we're not going to go that far down. What we're going to do is broaden out, and we're going to cover, as we call it, disruptive tech. So maybe that's robotic process automation. Maybe it is how drones are being used in the workplace. We feel that by covering news in that area, it will remain relevant and interesting to data scientists and the people that subscribe to Big Community today. But we also think that the people that need to back data scientists, the people that hold the purse strings, the CEOs, the CFOs that need to understand what this technology is doing, we're going to present stuff to them that we think is interesting and educate them on these technologies as well. And our role is really going to be to keep people abreast of the news and the developments. And then for the people that are less technical, they will get an idea and understand it. For the people that are more technical, we're going to make them aware of it, and then they can go and find ways to find out much more technical detail themselves once we've alerted them to new things that are happening.
So what you're trying to say is you're going to be more explanatory to businesses as well, so they will know that there is tech out there, that there are better ways to improve their efficiency overall.
Exactly, yeah. And of course, as we know, with transformation, which everyone's talking about, but it's real, it's driven by these new technologies. And if people in the line of business are not being educated or made aware of it, they're not going to support the analysts and the data professionals to actually invest in these new disruptive technologies. So yeah, so we want to appeal to both groups.
All right. From there, where would you intend to focus on moving on from there?
So from a technology point of view,
right.
yeah. So Aaron, I know you have a vested interest in this because you are interested in the things that we're going to be reporting on and discussing. I think the stuff that we've already been doing remains. So big data is still important. Data analytics is important. AI, machine learning, connected devices, all still really important. They're going to probably form a large percentage of what we cover. But there's other things, like I mentioned, robotic process automation is a really up-and-coming technology that's really important. I also think things like autonomous vehicles, not gadgets that people play with, but autonomous vehicles that are going to impact the workplace. These things are really important. So I imagine that what you're going to see is that we're going to get deeper into some of these emerging technologies that are becoming really important business tools. But it's not going to be an immediate change of what we're doing because, let's be honest, a lot of what Big Community covered is disruptive technology anyway. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. And my last question to you is, when will this website be fully available for everyone to go on to it?
I'm pleased that's your last question because I was wondering what you might want to ask me here, Aaron. But anyway, we are planning to go live within 48 hours. The site is actually ready, but we've got a few little bugs we've got to sort out. We also need to make sure that our partners are ready for when we make the announcement because we are part of an ecosystem and there are people that contribute to the site and we need to make sure they're aware of it and ready before we go live. But hopefully by Wednesday morning this week, we'll be up and running and live.
All right, so that's all the time we have. So be sure to check Disruptive Tech Asean on Wednesday. I'm Aron Raj, Andrew Martin, signing off.
Thank you.